Hello world, this is Nubian Prince and I'm back at you with another video. In this one, I'd like to draw your attention to this particular topic, and it is selfies. A lot of people is doing loads of self-portraits of themselves, and gone the days where having a portrait of oneself, you'd have to fork out loads of hard-earned money to get your own portraits. But now with the technology at our fingertip, where every one of us is having our own personal handset, so we can on the move, whether it be at work, school, at home, we can just snap at maybe at a restaurant, maybe on the train, airplane, you name it, we can just snap our portrait then and there. But the side effect of that, many women, particular women, which is not comfortable with themselves, many might say they have a beautiful face, but they might not like the lower end from the neck go down, so they're more focused on their face. And those who might have a beautiful chest, they might focus there. For those women who might have a beautiful ass, you know what I mean, that's where targeted area of that portrait gonna be selling. It's just like the Mona Lisa, it's not necessarily full frame, you know, but nevertheless, everyone finding their own way to work with the self-portrait or the selfies. But there's another side to it. Whenever you take a portrait or a selfies, I mean, they said you see beautiful pictures with beautiful people acting happy and always smiling and laughing and everything, but there's a backlash to that. How about when you snap that photo? I mean, you might take about 10 pics of yourself, and then you might choose one of those photos, then you might send it to Instagram where you might add the filter. So if it's a portrait of yourself, should it not be naturally what it is? Take case in point, if it was at home and you was say you was cooking in your kitchen, you wouldn't probably leave to put makeup on to get the best shot of what you're doing or the best shot of your pose or whatever it is. You just take it like, yeah, if you was sharing a tip how to make a dish, or unless if you was out maybe at the beach, you don't wait until your hair is all well put together, you know what I mean? 'Cause that's another side of yourself that you're selling. But the selfie should be an idea of you selling your different expressions, whether it be happiness, you know what I mean, in between emotion, maybe I don't see anyone crying, so we have to remove that emotion from the whole case. But you see happy moments, you see happy emotions. But what about like women who having like serious self-esteem issue where they never even want to pay attention to a mirror, much less to take a selfie of themselves, especially like women who just getting older and they might have to face wrinkles, or they have to face that they age in a certain way which they may not like, and they might see different looks of what there was like 10-20 years ago. So the whole movement of a selfie, it can play different havoc in people's psyche and also how they see themselves as well. Many people said to themselves that they're not photogenic and stuff like that, so they would stay away from the lens, away from the frame. But you have to find ways how to embrace ourselves. I mean, even for us guys, I mean, like most guys, yes, they show their torso, the body, what it look like. Some of us swelling up like, 10 size our normal frame that says do a selfie. But we're not comfortable enough with who we are as a person. So we have to go through the filter. We have to go through choosing out of 50 pictures, which one is the best one to send to the social media to maybe compete against other people which are out there. So with people which are naturally like, drawn to the lenses or to the camera, or even who are just easily go and stand in front of a mirror, well, a whole frame mirror, and appreciate everything about the body. But when you have a selfie, like I said, for those which are more self-conscious, they will more focus only on the areas of the body that they like, whether if it's your smile, your eyes, your whole face, like I said, your boobs or your ass, whatever, your thighs, or maybe your toenails, who knows, And for guys, it's our bicep, our stomach, six-pack, you name it. So it kind of lessen how much we're really selling ourselves to the wider public, because we're not selling our charisma, we're not selling our brain power, we're just selling like an image, an idea of what we are. And sometimes a lot of people which have like low self-esteem, they might feel intimidated even to take a snap a picture of themselves, or even with anyone, because they're thinking like, man, I'm not pretty enough, how am I gonna blend in? Because maybe you don't have the amount of cash to buy certain amounts of clothes, to always changing the imageries and all of that. So sometimes it can cause a lot of stress as well into one's life. If you remove because I mean, most of that was normally taken by people like the so-called stars or celebrities and stuff, and also teenagers. But now everybody's now on that bandwagon where a selfie is the must, And sometimes, like I said, it might eat away into other people which are not comfortable about themselves, maybe their weight, maybe, like I said, the entire appearance or the look. Maybe they're too light, maybe they're too white, maybe they're too, I don't know, too short, too tall. I don't know. They have different ways of picking themselves away. And so by the time I reach onto the camera or to their own personal iPhone or whatever device they might have, they will never take a picture. You have to learn how to embrace yourself. Even if you look back at portraits back in the days where those rich people used to have their own portraits and you might go to museum. I mean, there was not the prettiest, you know, there was not the slimmest or the tallest. Or some of them was midgets, some of them was obese, some of them, you know, look kind of a bit scared and weird. It was the moment where embracing who you are was the order of the day. So we have to find the same ideas inside these system now and finding ways not to pick away ourselves, not to sell ourselves short, because if you sell yourself short into your own portrait of your own selfies, then the entire world gonna probably see you short as well. So you have to embrace every photo you take of yourself, whether you look sad, whether you look puffy, whether you look bloated, whether you look oily, greasy face or pale, whether you look, you know, whatever your look is, you look too dark or whatever it is, embrace it, because out of the million photos you take of yourself and you choose that one, the other 99 is still you. So embrace all of the pictures. I don't care which one. Some people try to take the side shot, some take this shot, some take the next, some take different shot, just to highlight the part they love the most. But when you're selling that 1% of yourself, remember you have 99% of yourself to remain, and you have to sell it as much as you're selling that 1%. Because selling your boobs, ladies, or as they're selling your buttocks or whatever it is, hey, you still have the entire you to sell. And I mean, don't forget that a photo is just a photo. You are more than a photo, and you're worth more than just a pic as well. So sell yourself, the entire self, not just like the one image or the one shot, or you doing this way or that way. Just sell yourself to the highest, you know what I mean? And just embrace and love yourself while the selfie phenomenon will over and gone on to something else, you will have yourself. So while you have yourself and while selfies are around right now, love it, embrace it. You don't have to compete with any girls which you think more trendier, look more slimmer, look more bustier than you. Don't worry about them. Just love and embrace yourself. You know, just the same for guys. Not all of us gonna be out there who are gonna be tall or short or have six-pack, whatever it is. For those who have a defined body, embrace it. For those who haven't got it yet, still embrace what you got. So don't let the selfie phenomenon betray you and you don't stay loyal to yourself. Find ways how to sell yourself, but don't sell yourself short through just one pic. You know, because when people are commenting or liking or disliking that photo, you still have to live with your true self. So this is just my take on the selfie phenomenon. Please love yourself while you have yourself, because that's the more important. So my point is this: whether you're old, young, midget, tall, fat, obese, you know, slim, black, white, mixed race, you name it, embrace yourself. If you got freckles on your face, whatever it is, if you have blushes, if you have spots, whatever it is, still love yourself. Self is not about competition. It's about expressing oneself into your own way of defining beauty. Beauty to everyone is defined differently. So don't let another group have you ransom because of their own definition of what beauty is supposed to be like or feels like, or, you know what I mean, their own portrait. Have your own definition of your own meaning. Have your own value system around what beauty is all about, and don't let it betray you. You know, so these are my take on this one. Feel free to thumb this video also, and also feel free to drop me a comment in the comment section. And thank you very much, guys, to hang out one more time with the Nubian Prince. God bless you. Peace.